Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. Hello. Y'all, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm feeling okay, but I have a scratchy throat, and I'm not sure if y'all could tell if I sound different or whatever, but I'm here, and I'm showing up, as Dodash said, every day in February, we showing up. I try my best to show up anyway, but sometimes, I may miss a couple of days, but I'm here and I'm sharing. I thank you so much for coming on and watching. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, so I'm here today because, oh, excuse me. I'm here today because I wanted to actually talk to you about um what is the word? What is the word? God gave this word to me earlier. And complace no. Compliance. The word compliance. Y'all, I have been praying. I had been praying, and I have been praying, and I asked God to uproot everything that's hidden in me. You know, anything that's hidden that I'm not aware of, that He would just like uproot it, and then like, here you go. And I talked to my husband on my break, and I was like, um, I told him about praying and asking God to uproot everything, anything that's hidden, to reveal it to me so that I can get rid of it. Once you notify it, once you notice it, if something is hidden, like just say you have a treasure, a chest or something, and then you put your stuff off inside of it, but then it's because it's been so many years, you forgot what was in it. So stuff is like hidden inside of there, and then you start pulling it out, you be like, I didn't know that was in here. I've been looking for this all these years. It was hidden, right? It was hidden. So I've just prayed and asked God. It's not just not recently, but I've been asking God to show me the things that's inside of me that can be uprooted and I can move forward once I announce it and denounce it. So that's a thing, right? Okay. So I was at work today, and that word compliance and non-compliance came up. So I just wrote the word down. I was like, oh, okay, we'll probably talk about that on the video. The Lord started dealing with me that sometimes, well, a lot of times, and then I'm not gonna even lie. A lot of times I have been non-compliance on my job. Wow. I have been non-compliance on my job because I felt that it was not the right thing to do. I felt that it didn't take all of that. I felt that there's an easier way out. You don't have to. So just this week alone, I started seeing my supervisor pop up in the Teams chat saying, this, you have to say this verbatim. And I'm thinking, man, they just popped that stuff back up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that because they making that stuff up. That ain't even real. They ain't trying to make us do this. They ain't trying to make us say this stuff verbatim, blase. That's not the first time that I've said that. I've said this over a year and a half. It's not funny, but it's like I have been in non-compliance at my job. And that is what God revealed to me, that not just at my job, but in other areas of my life when I felt like if it don't make sense to me, I don't have to do it. But that's not the way God is saying that we have to comply. We have to obey those that have rule over us. I mean, um, managers, supervisors, as long as it's not anything that's going against the will and perfect will of God, I, you know, and this stuff didn't have anything to do with God. It's just the way I viewed it, the way I saw it. And I felt like, hey, you don't have to do all that. You ain't got to say all that. So I was just, going on my little merry way. And I wasn't doing it. And I wasn't saying it. I was like, I'll be looking at that screen. I'll be like, man, forget. We don't have to say that. Man, forget this. We don't have to do that. Oh, well, such. And I was like, oh, my goodness. So I pray and ask the Lord to forgive me for being in non-compliance on my job, and then I'm going to work on other things. But He revealed to me on my job. I've been asking God to move me to even a different department or move me to a different company, right? While I'm on this YouTube journey. And so I was like, how He gonna move me? How He gonna elevate me if I keep dropping myself below His standards? Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I went ahead, I went back to that chat, I got that index card, I started writing this stuff down. I said, for me, when I write things down and if I talk it or read it while I'm saying it, then for me, I can learn it better. So I wrote it down, which what they had on the things that we're supposed to say, and then I put it right underneath my monitor. So when the time comes for me to say that, I have no excuse to try to say, well, I don't know where it is. I don't know what they're supposed to say. I can just look at that index card and read it right off. So when God revealed to us, now be careful what you ask for, because God, He will show it to you. And when He reveal it to us, we have to be readily available to obey, not to be in denial and say, you know what? Man, that's not what they meant. That's not what they meant because, you know, that job, they don't know what they're talking about. Nope. I have to. I have to obey God. I ask the Lord to reveal to me. I ask God to show me. I ask God to uproot all the hidden sins, the hidden iniquities, the hidden weights, all of those things that are beneath, that are inside of me that I may have buried years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. And so when somebody step on my toe, it makes me go back 30 years ago. It makes me go back 30 years ago and say, oh, I remember when that person stepped on my toe. Ah, no, I want to be able, if someone step on my toe and they say, please, I am so sorry. I don't want anything from my past to come back up in front of me and say, remember that time when they stepped on your toe and then they didn't say I'm sorry, da 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 da. Even if they don't say I'm sorry, I just have to still be able to forgive them. I was watching a show, actually not watching, but I was listening when I was at work and in between calls, and the preacher was saying, "Say I forgive you, I release you, I'm sorry." All of the things that need to be said for real, out loud to people who hurt us, who we've hurt, and so that we can move on with our lives. I was thinking about, like, if we plan out to go to heaven, if we accept Jesus Christ as our personal Savior, we plan to go to heaven with Jesus Christ and dwell with Him. And I can't get along with my next door neighbor because she stepped on my toe or she let her dog come in my yard, and I'm like, I'm mad at that. I'm mad at that person. Or I go to church and I can't get along with the people in the church, and these are the people we're supposed to spend forever, eternity with. How does that gonna make sense? So God is teaching me, and I'm here to listen, and I'm here to learn. I'm here to be a student of what God is saying. I'm here to be a student of what God is teaching. These are teaching moments for me as God began to do other things in my life, and I just have to be ready for it, and I have to say, okay, God, I'm here for it. Okay, God, I hear you, and I will work on it. So the first thing that will do, is work on my non-compliance at work, since that is where He addressed it at. That is where I have to start complying, to be in compliance, not non-compliance. So if this video is relatable to you, and it may be on your job, it may be in your home, it may be at your church, it may be at your school, it's anywhere where there is any non-compliance, and we feel that we are justified because it's the way we feel, and that's not how God see it. God does not see it like that. He sees that we are being disobedient. And I said, "Ooh, I've been defiant too. Oh my God." Oh my God. And so he just started showing me myself. And I don't have time to look at nobody else's picture. I don't have no time to look at nobody's video to try to judge them. I have to look at me. The first person I see in the mirror is myself. If God is revealing it to me, I need to get that under control. I need to work on doing better, being better, walking in compliance with not just my job, but every other area in life. But I know it's going to start with my job. And I'm telling you, y'all know I said that we're moving. I say I'm moving, but we're moving. And I don't know where we're moving to. Now, I got to get everything in alignment to move. If I saying God's blessing me with a job, I have to be in compliance with the job, and most of all, in compliance with God's will and God's way for my life. So this is an eye opener for me, and I am appreciative to God for allowing me to see myself as praying for God to show me myself. And when He show us ourselves, don't just say look at it and say, I don't like that. Well, fix it, change it, do better, do better. We've got to do better because there are some things that and places and people that God want to reveal to us and take us and show us and uh, 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 move us to a different location in the spirit, which is higher heights and deeper depths. And so on my job, I have to be in compliance. I have to. So I have noticed that the little things that bothered me, I'm not getting up early in the morning. I'm not, they don't give us for 5 minutes to clock in, da 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 da, to sign in, da 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 da. Guess what? I've been getting up at between like 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes earlier, go on, turn my computer on, sign on, do all the things that I need to do, still have time to go and get dressed. And still get dressed, brush my teeth, do all that. If I want to put on some clothes, put on pajamas, keep my pajamas on, whatever. I have enough time to do that, and I've been having enough time to make some tea, some hot tea. So, with that's God. That is God doing His thing in me, because where He is taking me and my husband to, we have to be readily available to obey at the drop of a dime. We have to. So we need to hear Him clearly. We need to know of a surety that God is speaking. We need to know that what He's saying, if He tell us to go left, turn right, go up. We have to be at that level of obedience, at that level of compliance, at that level of readiness to actually be prepared to go and do what God has called us to do. Okay? So, compliance or non compliance. I choose to be in compliance. So, here I am coming to you again, and I'm talking to you about being compliant on the job and in anywhere in life so that God can take you to that next level. Okay. So I want to thank you for coming on and for joining me and for watching, supporting. Hey guys, I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel and once you click that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time I post a video, so that you can show that support, because God is taking us places. And I want my family to come along with me, okay, and see what God is doing and about to do in our lives. Join the journey with us. God bless you and have a great evening.